Mag on again, another Sunday podcast. Yeah, much respect to all the people, man. Now, we go talk about some things here. First, we go get into a random podcast here. We go talk about a lot of different things that's going on. But first, we go discuss the supposedly kidney stones right here that they tell you it's turned up. It basically affected more people in these times. So we're going to get into it and talk about it because a lot of people don't understand where they get these supposedly kidney stones from. I'm going to explain it and break it down because all they tell you is lies. Just make it run.
Today, Chloe Carroll is a healthy teen. She loves sports and dance. But when she was 8 years old, she had the scare of a young person's lifetime.
You hear that, people? 8 years old. 8 years old, you develop some kidney stones. Listen to this.
I think I was at a dance recital and I found blood in my urine. I was like, I don't know what's going on right now.
Then came the surprising diagnosis, kidney stone disease. She was 8 years old. What went through your mind?
Well, the first thing was, how is that possible? She's an athlete. She's active. She eats well. She drinks as much water as any other normal 8-year-old does.
Hold on, people. Pay attention to what they tell you, and I'm going to break them down. The reason why I have to touch on this subject, because yes, it is turned up now. It is getting worse and worse with the supposedly kidney stone, and they're not going to tell you what caused it. But hear me break it down. Now, here they just mention a lot of water. That's an athlete, and it do a lot of activity, and it drink a lot of water. But what you have to understand is the water, more than anything else, would cause the kidney stones. Remember, maybe about, I would say 2016 or 17, I did a video, an experiment, which I call science, where you do an experiment, I boil the water to see the result of the supposedly, chemical in the water. So when you boil the water and you look at the residue in the bottom of the pot or the kettle, you're going to notice there's a white base there sitting. Now, listen to me, people. This is why I tell you to do that experiment that time with the water. And a lot of people call me idiot for that. But they don't understand. I was explaining about the kidney stones, those type of, chemical built up. You understand? Calcium and salt and all these things and chlorine and all these chemicals, they mix up and they becomes hard in your body, no lie. Now, like I tell you, if you boil the water, if you catch the water straight from the faucet and go ahead and boil it, keep boiling it in the same pot, you're going to notice that it built up a crust in it, a thick crust look like concrete. That's exactly what they call kidney stones. So listen, people, your kidney is basically filtering your body. So you drink some water, everything you drink, it actually filters to that kidney. So yes, it filters to the kidney, and then the kidney gonna leave back all those supposedly, built up. All those chemicals built up, all those lime, calcium, all of that shit, gonna make a concrete base. And because it's in your kidney, it becomes stones. Do you understand? It's the same thing, people. I know people cut it out and it's a rock. The doctor take it out and it's a round rock, people. You got to understand it's the same water. The chemical built up from the water. That's the exact reason why I did that experiment, to show you that if you take your favorite drinking water, the one that you drink, whether it's coming from a bottle or anywhere else, just boil it and see if it leave back a white residue. If it do, you can get kidney stones from drinking that water. 100%. So listen to what they tell you right here. The person who have it is active and drink a lot of water, so it shouldn't have kidney stones. But that's the reason why it is. Pay attention.
Kidney stones are hard deposits made from minerals and salt that can be extremely painful.
Mineral and salt, people. Yes, the calcium in the water. That's what you need to understand. All of them things, when I said it built up to be concrete, I'm not lying. It's a base thing, look like concrete. That's what they call kidney stones. Your kidney is a filter. That's what it's gonna leave back right there. Pay attention.
And dangerous when caught in the urinary tract.
There you go.
They're most common in middle-aged men. But
that?
research shows incidence of pediatric stone disease is rising as much as 10% a year.
But you see what happened, people? Even though they're going to keep telling you that people is facing more complications, you know, back in the days, they faced more complications, so the human being lifespans was shorter. They lied to you, people. Now is the time when the human being facing all of these complications. You understand? More quicker in their lifetime. That's what you need to understand. People start dying faster right now. They have to kill off most of the population real fast.
3 millimeters is all you need. Incredibly painful.
Dr. Gregory Kajian, a pediatric urologist at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, is trying to figure out why.
Now we're seeing disease occurring earlier in life.
Bam. So why did they lie to you, people? I did the podcast the other day with the Bill Gates actually come out and tell you, man, why they keep lying, people. Why? And it's so obvious that the human being used to live way longer than these times. It's obvious that the human being used to sick when they're old and now they're sick when they're young, people. What does that tell you? All of these chemical things that they're giving you to eat and drink and everything, it been stepped up. It turned up tenfold because now they have to get rid of people faster. You have to understand that. The population is too large for them. They want to destroy the people. And remember, it's the end of times coming. They're going to population reduce until they get to that amount where they can control and destroy for the end of times. Remember that there's a lot of them people, a lot of us going to fall off before it even get to that time. You understand that? Because yes, the pressure is on. Pay attention. A lot of disease, a lot of complication is now on the table. The mass is going to die quicker.
And that gender gap has disappeared.
Gender gap?
Kajian says most of the cases he sees, teenage girls.
Listen.
In the ER, I'm used to seeing this image, but on a 45-year-old man.
So this is an image of a 15-year-old girl.
Listen.
Doctors don't know for certain what's causing the increase.
They know, people. They 100% know. Like I say, they're putting more chemical now in whatever you consume. There is more chemical in the water, more chemical food, more chemical everything. They're introducing more things to you. It's more chemical to destroy your body. No doubt it, people. And I tell you this, pay attention to what they're doing.
A combination of factors could be to blame,
Listen.
including kids eating too many ultra-processed foods.
Oh, okay, ultra-processed food. Listen, people, I already don't tell you. Ultra-processed food is what? The fast food, and that's what the youths feed on. Remember, it's quick and fast and convenient, and it's supposed to be, something come from science. Do you understand what I'm saying, people? So they know exactly what to feed you to make you want and want and want more. So yes, these youths is eating way more processed food than you used to do back in the days if you was a middle-aged or an older person. Do you understand that? The processed food, the chemical in the food is getting way more worse now. You understand? The deeper we go in life, the more they have to chemical up everything that you take in. So yes, the human being gonna die faster, face complication quicker in life. It's all been done right now.
Too many antibiotics given early in
Pay
life,
attention.
and even climate change.
Bam. And of course, they involve climate change, which is controlled. Everything. Everything is tied to climate change. And you should have known that it is foolishness. You should know, people, with them tied to everything. Every single thing. The time too cold, global warming. The time too hot, global warming. You're getting flood, global warming. You're getting drought. Unbelievable that they can tie global warming to absolutely everything. Even supposed to be kidney stones. Pay attention.
More dehydration.
Stones are associated with tremendous impacts on health. Higher risk of fracture, higher risk of high blood pressure.
Listen to me, people. You have to understand that he mentioned high blood pressure, but yes, that's going around now that everybody juiced up. But you have to understand, dehydration don't cause kidney stones. You want me to say it again? Let me tell you this. The kidneys are filter. You understand that? And yes, if you're not drinking nothing for it to filter off, what it gonna capture to give you the kidney stones? You have sense? This is common sense here and facts. So yes, people, like I don't tell you, If you want to know if the mag is 100% real about this, yes, do what I tell you to do. Got a kettle or a pot where you boil the water in that you catch from the faucet. And like I tell the people before, if you drink that, you're going to die faster. If you drink that water coming straight from the faucet, you're going to die faster. You got so many chemical in it, you can actually see it when you finish boiling the water. So you boil the water and you notice you're going to see the white residue. That's what built up to be kidney stones. The mag tell you that and he's not a doctor. How? I told you already. Wisdom, understanding, and knowledge will get you through this world. Yes, you have to think about these things, put it in perspective and get to understand it. The kidney stones caused by those things that you drink and you get the built up from it. Because remember, it filter off things, people. You have a strainer and you're straining off something. Okay, the residue gonna be in the strainer and built up. That's just what it is, people. Exactly what causes kidney stones is the damn fluid that you're drinking. Have those calcium and things built up in it. And that's the reason why you have kidney stones. Nothing else. No dehydration. It's
higher risk of loss of kidney function.
Listen.
To prevent kidney stones, experts say drink plenty of water.
Listen, bam. That's the first mistake, people. Remember, I already told you. I don't have no medical, no nothing. I don't learn none of these things. But I already know, people, because it's common sense. The kidneys are filter. You drink too much dirty water. That's what caused the built up. It's just that simple. The water look clear and clean, but it is dirty with chemical. Do you understand that? Everybody that... All right, listen to me, people. Take a listen for 1 second. When you turn on the shower, you turn it on every day, take a look at the shower. Take a look at it. What happened? You're going to notice that white built up. Why you think you have to change the kitchen sink filter, that screen? They have a mesh thing that they use in the pipes in your sink so the water kind of come out smooth. Do you notice that you have to change it after a while, people? It built up with the same calcium that cause kidney stones, and it come from what? The same water that they just tell you to drink plenty of. Do you see that, people? So yes, all these little youths doing sports in school, they're forced to drink more water than a regular person used to drink when they go to school if they're not an athlete. Do you understand that? They drink a lot of water. Oh, you need salt in your body. Yeah, lick salt and drink water so you can stay healthy. You don't understand. Those things is what gonna mess you up later on. Yes, the water with the salt and the calcium and everything built up in it gonna cause kidney stone, and that's what they tell you to drink. First red flag. Bam.
Avoid too many sweetened beverages and reduce salt intake.
And there you go, people. Reduce salt intake, but that's what they tell you as an athlete. You have to use salt because you're gonna get cramps. You don't get, that's exactly what they tell you as an athlete. So that's why it's no surprising they tell you that it's a little youth that involved in these activities. Because like I say, they're gonna lead you up to the kidney stone by you just being active. Have to drink more water, have to take in more salt.
Many sweetened beverages and reduce salt intake.
Hi.
Chloe, now
37 coding right there. They just posted up to let me know that it is a hoax. 100% in.
Has had 3 surgeries to remove stones over the years.
There you go. 3 surgery, people. He got 3 surgeries, and most people in life, grown people, they only remove kidney stones 1 time. Just if they do. But I'm saying 3 times for this faker right here. Pay attention.
Having to
Look, he's crying
slow
now.
down everything when I'm just trying to.
And I don't like the sound of their voice. Not this one nor the mom. Both of them sound with the bass in their voice like man in drags.
Back to normal.
Look, and it's not crying, but it wiping tears. Look, no tears, but it crying, it wiping tears. Where is the tears? It's all fake shit for the masses. They show on TV. Like I said, the kidney stones is all coming from your water, your beverage that you're drinking. That's what causing all that built up and cause your kidney stones.
Can it be overwhelming?
A lot,
Yes,
yeah.
a lot.
She's using her own experience to help other kids with similar diagnoses.
Really?
Determined
Go back, people. Look what's up beside her. A big thing of water right there. Like I don't tell you, that's what gonna lead you to the kidney stones. You see that right there? Why would they tell you the opposite, people? Why would they send you to go drink more water when they know it's the chemical in the water cause those built up in your body, in your kidney, they call kidney stones? Why? Because it's wicked people of this earth. And like I tell you, if they tell you sit down, you better get up and run as fast as you can. Yes, and if they tell you run, just stand up, don't move. Do the complete opposite of what the devil people tell you to do in this earth. They're giving you instructions, you better don't take it.
Similar diagnoses, determined not to let the stones win.
Watch, walking around with the water.
So, Dr. John, thinking that it's usually middle-aged men, parents might not even think kidney stones when it comes to their kids. So what signs should they be looking for?
Like Chloe said, blood in the urine is a big...
Blood in the urine, people. Little youths now pissing blood. You see that right there, people? And you tell me that people used to live till they're 40 years old and then they die because all complication, and now you come up with vaccines and medication. Now people live longer. It's fake shit. It's the other way around, people. Since they come up with all these medical technology, having you taking medication that they made out of technology and all of these things, all these chemicals that they're feeding you, yes, it costs the human life to get shorter. The lifespan of the human being is getting shorter and shorter, and they're lying to you, so they're lengthening it. What a dumb shit. Move.
Protests are taking place over Japan's planned release of treated radioactive water.
You hear that, people? Pay attention to what they're doing to the masses in these times. Like I mentioned, nuclear plants is there for the masses' destruction. Any country that you see have a nuclear plant, you understand they're changing the weather and everything on those people that live there. You have to understand that the nuclear plant is a government operation. It's not a weapon against supposedly other country. It's a weapon against the people in that country. That's what they call nuclear. So they tell you that they have all these supposedly chemical in the water and they're going to release it. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention here, people. Like I say, in these new times, these are all the strangest things you're going to see in your life right here revealed to you. Pay attention.
On the wrecked Fukushima nuclear plant, the head of the UN's nuclear watchdog, Rafael Grossi, is in Seoul to try and calm fears after he endorsed the plan. The plan was severely damaged, the plant rather, was severely damaged in 2011 after...
You hear that, people? They lie to you like I don't tell you. That's what they use to cause disaster. Why you think Japan always have those supposedly typhoon, big old earthquakes, tsunamis and everything? What do you think, people? Answer my question. It's those same nuclear plants. That's where they have all those supposedly disaster control shit. You got to understand that they're the one who doing it 100% in. So when they tell you they have these radioactive water and they're going to release it on the public, don't be thinking they will release already. They already release it. They're just playing with you right here 100%. When they're going to do those things, they don't bring it to your attention. Only if they do it and they just want to know your reaction. Bam.
Struck by a tsunami. And some scientists and activists, they've been opposed to the release of water due to concerns on the impact on the ocean bed and marine life.
You hear that, people? The ocean bed and marine life, so they know 100% that water is full with chemical, gonna be bad for the environment and the people. But they do it anyway, and then they're hacking like, hey, we asking the people that are telling the people that we gonna do it how we wanna do it, and we wanna hear their opinion. It's bullshit. They already let it go. Like I say, the people shall die quicker in life now. So they're stepping it up, people. Now they're releasing all these chemicals everywhere. I show you all those fires burning in America, all those supposedly chemical spill, everything building up. Like I don't tell you, it's all by design.
It respects the UN body's conclusion that the discharge of wastewater from the Fukushima plant will likely be safe.
You hear that? It'll likely be safe. What do you mean safe, people? They know it's dangerous chemical that's not good for the human being body. And just like they're talking about America with this supposedly PFAS chemical, the forever chemical, every single day. Now you see it on the news, they're trying to tell the public, look, it's in everybody's water, it's in everybody's food, it get in there, you can't get it out. We use it so much, we use this chemical so much that it's end up in your water. That means you have it in your body and they can't stop it from getting in. You understand that? That's what they do, people. Like I said, the more they advance in life, the more they have to find ways to kill off the people, come up with more ideas, because the population got to stay at a certain amount. You understand that? Of course.
We are going to keep across those pictures as they come to us from those process there. But let's go to our Asia Pacific editor, Michael Bristow, for more.
There's been a difference between the South Korean government on one hand and their scientists who say that the
South Korean government and scientists, like I don't tell you, they have to have scientists involved in all the fakery for the masses' demise. Again,
plan by Japan to release water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant is safe.
Safe.
And on the other hand, there's the public here, the general public in South Korea. 4 out of 5 people, an opinion poll suggests, are opposed to the release of water. Rafael Grossi is here in the capital of South Korea, so to try and convince those people that it is actually safe.
I'm gonna ask you a question, people. This is a serious question. I'm saying, people, if the water causes known damage, the water will pose known danger to the people. It got nothing in it to do nothing to you. Why even mention it? Why is it even in conversation? Why the public even know about it? But you don't understand, people. Remember, they could have, like I don't tell you already, people, they released that shit long time. My common sense tell me that they already did. They already did, and now they bring it to your attention, make you feel like you can control some shit that the government got going on. I'm going to ask you a question. Say, for instance, the water is not harmful and nothing. Why even have it debating? You just let it go and don't tell nobody, and nobody wouldn't know that water let go. Nobody wouldn't be questioning nothing. Like I don't tell you, the water is dangerous. That come from that supposedly chemical plant. They call a nuclear plant. You have to understand that. That's what it's there to do, to destroy the people in Japan. That's why Japan have all those disasters happening right around there. Right around the same nuclear plant that they tell you that it's damaged from some kind of tsunami or some earthquake. They're full of shit, people. This is how they kill off people right here in plain sight and you don't know. They already let that chemical go, are ready for you to drink. The Americans got it in their water. The chemicals, it's everywhere. I already told you, they tell you can't get out your body and you can't stop it from getting in.
Release this water. He's trying to convince people like the politician, the opposition politician behind me. She's been sitting outside the Japanese embassy where I am at the moment for the last 13 days. She's on.
All of this shit is staged, about 13 days. What is coding? And like I say, people, all satanic shit they give you right here, people post up right there talking about they're not eating for 13 days. They're on what? A hunger fast? Pay attention here.
Strike. She's drunk water, but she hasn't eaten for 13 days.
Yes, you drink water, but you haven't eaten for 13 days. But I'm going to ask you a question. What water are you drinking? Like I don't tell you, they let the water go already. The water is contaminated in Japan like it's contaminated everywhere else. You better understand that that's how they're going to get rid of people. That's why they say the earth is a spinning ball. Yes, because yes, the earth got to keep moving. When people die, people born, people die. They have to make sure that that thing continues. Do you understand that? That's why they say as the world turns, basically. That's how it is. You have to die for other people to live, and they're speeding up the process.
She'll continue doing that until the Japanese abandon their plan to not to release this contaminated water. So her protests, the other protests around the capital and indeed around...
All the protests is government made up shit. That's what you need to understand. It's politics. 100%.
Korea, particularly in cities where there's a big fishing community.
Yeah, that fishing community.
Those protesters are trying to persuade Japan not to release the water.
Remember, they're showing you a lot of fish dead on the shore, washing up in some countries. All the time they show you, people. Yes, I already told you, most of those shit is gonna happen. You're gonna see it. Remember, it is the end of times. All of these chemicals they're putting in the water is more potent now, where the fish gonna die from it. You understand? Before, the fish would have contaminated and then you eat the fish and then you get the contamination. But now, even the fish dying, the way that fucking chemical is more potent now. You kill the fish right away. Wow.
Michael Bristow there from the BBC World Service. Let's get more on this with Dr. Peter Martin from the University of Bristol. He is an expert in nuclear energy, threat reduction and reactor accidents. Good to have you.
Yeah, you don't know what to do. You give him all that damn rank. Pay attention, he itching.
Expertise on the BBC, sir. First of all, I want you to help me understand the science of this. What was being done with the water prior to it being released?
So the Fukushima site, since the accident, has been sending a lot of its kind of wastewater, all of its wastewater through some very kind of complex treatment processes. So we call them the ALPS, the kind of advanced...
So the wastewater going through some treatment. Okay, listen.
...processing system. And that removes kind of most, if not all, of the kind of radioactive contamination that's in the water.
Same thing they do to treat your water, supposedly. You understand? Chemical it up to get out the dirt out of it, or the contamination, but that's what they actually putting in. Pay attention.
However, it can't remove everything, so things like tritium and carbon-14 that kind of is abundant in this wastewater still remains.
As I understand it, linked to what you're saying, as I understand it, it's quite routine practice for waste like this to be released.
There you go. It's quite routine. What did I tell you, people? It's routine for them to release that supposedly water in the environment. Okay, so what's the noise about? Like I don't tell you, in the end times, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna put everything on blast. But that don't mean it's not still going on. You understand? The chemical is in the water. They already release it. That's what they do every year. So why be a problem this year? Why announce it? That's what they've been doing, people. Again.
Water still remains.
As I understand it, linked to what you're saying, as I understand it, it's quite routine practice for waste like this to be released into the ocean. So why is the Fukushima incident on this occasion so controversial?
Why?
Yeah, it is kind of a controversial topic, kind of globally. Kind of nuclear kind of radioactive materials are kind of released from kind of all nuclear facilities. I think the main issue surrounding this kind of release is the fact that it stems from an accident. Prior to...
There is no accident. It's just a psyop. Like I don't tell you, people, everything that's going on right there is by design. They create all of these disasters. They blame them on global warming and all kind of other shit. But it's them doing it right there with that nuclear plant. Yes, America do have a nuclear plant as well. Why you think some of this disaster in America? Same thing with Japan right there. You don't get it, people. Again.
Kind of the Fukushima accident in 2011, the actual site was kind of releasing tritium kind of routinely as part of its routine discharges. So this actual release that's planned for kind of next month would only release tritium back up to levels that were previously acceptable and permitted prior to the accident.
We've had this endorsement that it's safe for the water to be discharged into the ocean, but that's doing little to appease ordinary folk who want to ensure that their food is safe, that they can go about their work if they work.
First of all, they're the same one who tell you what the damage, what the water from the plant damage gonna be. They're the one who tell you. Do you understand that? How would the masses know about these dangerous chemicals coming out of that plant? You don't understand. They're the same one who make you aware of it. Like I say, it's the end of times. Nothing is in hiding. You have to just use your brain.
The sea in a safe manner. And I mean, I wonder, is there a consensus among scientists that this approach is the right approach?
Yeah, I think everything kind of is underpinned by a huge amount of science kind of in this regard. I mean, I've been working on the Fukushima accident for the last 10 years now, and it's not a kind of a complete release. We will not release kind of over 1 million kind of tons of wastewater straight into the environment. There will be.
It don't matter, people. It don't matter if they let go a drum of water a minute or they let it go 1,000 drum a minute. It don't make no difference. The fact is they're gonna pollute those water that the mass is actually drinking. That's exactly what they're doing. It's time for them to do it now. All chemical spills, all chemical fire, all of these chemical releasing, all by design.
Routine monitoring as it goes along. So kind of we won't release it all. As stuff is released, we'll take it back.
It don't make no difference.
Do kind of monitoring out in the Pacific, actually understand kind of is this an issue? A lot of work today has actually said that the tritium, the radioactive kind of hydrogen water that will be released doesn't accumulate in kind of fish or marine organisms like kind of cesium would, but that has been released through the process.
But how can you stop that, people? How can you stop it from doing that once you let it go? It's in the environment already. Wildlife and everything gonna get caught up in it. Why did they do it, people? Like I said, they already did it. Now they're just telling you about it to get your views on it, because your views don't matter. That's why they do it before they ask you. I'll bring it to your attention. Bam.
In a 1941 short story, Isaac Asimov envisioned a world powered by solar power harvested in space.
You hear that, people? Now they're talking about solar power that they harvest in space. They say this puppet right here tell you about it. As I told you, all of them is made up, bringing to the government agenda. The things that they have on the table that they want to introduce to you, they use those puppets to bring it. Now pay attention to this fake right here. Remember, space don't exist. 100%. They show you a dark spot they call space. A dark place with no light. But of course you can capture solar system light from there and bring it to Earth. Again.
That science fiction dream came a little closer to reality earlier this year.
Listen.
When scientists completed the...
All supposedly science fiction is coming to life in these fake times. What did I tell you? All science fiction coming to life tell you one thing. All fake shit you're getting. 100% in.
First transmission of energy from space to Earth. The results could revolutionize carbon-free energy. Recently, we met the scientists behind this achievement in Pasadena, California.
Listen this right here, people.
Oh my God.
Gosh, we got it, guys.
Look at this. Oh my God. And they show you a little wave jumping right there. And of course, you're supposed to believe that it's something groundbreaking when they keep saying, oh my God. Pay attention. Everybody dumb nowadays. They juiced up.
This video captures a moment some have compared to Alexander Graham Bell's first telephone call.
And hear that again? Another bullshit they give you. Like I tell you, people, all of these technology that they give you is nothing groundbreaking. You understand that? So pay attention right here. Like I tell you, is to destroy you 100% in.
There we go.
Look at this.
A microwave beam of energy sent directly from a satellite in space.
First of all, there is no wave. You can't have no waves, no microwaves in space. You told us it's a vacuum. I just explained that in a video I used debunk space. You understand that? There's no way you can have the same radio waves that you have on Earth floating in space, that you describe space as a vacuum. There's no way. It's foolishness. 100% fake
and
shit.
Received on Earth by scientists from Caltech.
Yes, of course.
Ali Hajimiri co-led the team that did it.
It was a little bit unreal initially.
Of course it's unreal, as you could see the U right there for the number 3 coding. All unreal bullshit they're bringing you. You believe it? Okay.
And then it took us a little bit of time for it to sink in.
Solar power currently provides about 3 to 4% of the world's energy needs.
No, people, more than that, you understand? And wind turbine, that's how they give you electric and charging you a bunch of money for it, people. Like I tell you, that's what they do. They don't use no burn, no coal, or no fossil fuel, or none of them things they tell you they use to get your current. You hear me? It's the same damn solar system and basically wind turbine they use to capture the electric and then move it on to you with transformers to build it up. Yes, it can serve communities after communities with just a damn spark. That's what you need to understand. Pay attention.
But it only works during the day,
yes,
or when there are no clouds.
And when there's no cloud, no, people. A matter of fact, the solar supposedly work off light. You can use light to charge your solar. It's not about the sun itself, it's about light. So remember that shit. Light can charge solar system. It don't matter if your sun is out or not. You hear me? So they tell you about cloud, but it's actually light. You can actually shine a light on that solar system and it charge it up. It's just light charge it up. You hear me? Pay attention.
In space, the sun always shines.
But yet it's darkness in space, remember? It's darkness in space, people. That's why they show you light right here. They show you the earth light up. And then they show you the darkness right there for space. Do you get it or not? It's dumb shit. 100%. So now Space always have light in it because the sun never stops shining, so they're gonna get the solar light from there. Pay attention.
The challenge has always been how to capture enough of it and get it back to Earth.
Let's try this. Can
What
you
a dumb
turn the power
shit,
off and then turn it back on? Just
Listen.
like, I'm going to keep it in the same place.
Hajimiri has been developing the technology to do this at his Caltech lab for decades.
You believe them?
And while that is the future, at Guru, the company he co-founded, he showed us how beams using currently available energy can power basic household devices right now, using that same technology. So there's like a beam of energy right now.
Yes,
Listen.
exactly. And sending it specifically here, nowhere
To
else.
this location.
Yeah, it's just like standing in front of a, let's say, a heat lamp.
Yeah.
So that's basically the kind of energy it's sending.
At this station, these lights get their power from a transmitter overhead.
Listen.
The direction of its signal is controlled by a joystick. Whoa, that's hot.
While you're
Another thing controlled by a joystick, just like the Submerge, controlled by a damn PlayStation control. Listen.
standing right in front of it.
I feel my power growing right now.
Feel your
The same power
growing. They're
source
mocking you.
works on other devices. There's no battery in this drone. No. There's no other power source. It's being charged from up here.
Yeah, correct.
So what? Oh.
Okay, you said it been charged, and as soon as he blacked the light, it shut off. So that means it's not charging, it's not storing the energy, it's just getting it straight. And as soon as the energy stop getting to it, it drop. Go back. Look.
Up here.
Yeah, correct.
So what? Oh.
So you see?
So I just messed.
No store power. You see that right there? So you don't have a battery in there to store the power. So as soon as you cut off the solar power, it fall. Okay, listen.
You blocked it, yeah?
I blocked the power.
You
So
see,
you
you
can
blocked
see
the
the power
power.
coming
So
from
it's
there.
not getting. Sorry, so it's going again. So you're powering a drone. Could you power an airplane?
You could in principle in the long run once you have it in space. Yeah, but you have to have the full size system.
What a dumb shit, people. Wow.
Sorry, I just need to do it one more time.
Wow. So what does that prove, people? What does that prove right there? Huh? What it prove? That you're getting straight electric from the light, and you don't have no battery in there to store the energy. So as soon as you block the energy, it drop. What is you proving here? Let's watch.
The largest construction project that's ever been done in space is 357 feet.
And that's a fake shit right there, people. This is a hoax. This don't exist. And where did they make this shit, people, before they send it to space? You're dumb as a damn rock. What happened? How did they get the space station supposedly built and put in space? It's fake shit. 100% hoax. And like I say, you have cars on this earth, electric cars that have to stop to get energy in it. And you have these shit flying forever. Why not make an electric car that don't have to stop to charge? And people will more believe in this shit that you show us. An animation, 100% fake shit.
International Space Station. You're talking about something that's a kilometer.
Right. Exactly. So this is a much larger structure. But
How the heck do you do that?
so making it different.
Different is why Hajimiri and his colleague at Caltech, Sergio Pellegrino, have a plan to build a gigantic series of what some have described as flying carpets.
You hear that, people? Bam. Flying carpet. Remember that. Magic flying carpet. Of course, they have to tie it to bullshit. Like I don't tell you, people, it's just TV. The whole thing is fake. There is no space. Where they going with this crap right here? Are you dumb? And like I say, only the end times they can tell you these things because it's not going to happen.
Which would soak up energy and send it back to Earth.
Oh my God, it's going.
Look at this shit, people. Wow.
The first-
All kind of wow you're going to hear. And oh my God, to set off your damn brain. Take a look at this. Like I say, no rocket real. All fake shit. What the reason they're doing this? Weather manipulation. 100% in. That's how they do it. When they send off these rockets and I show you these clouds, that's what it is. Those white smoke gonna go up and turn cloud and give you disaster. And who knows what this rocket got in there to let off in the atmosphere because it going nowhere.
step in that process took place last January when the team sent a satellite into space with a prototype of one of these flying carpets.
Look, people, a flying carpet, like I say, it's mockery. It's 100% mockery. Space don't exist. And of course they're giving you flying carpet, magic carpet, everything flying space. Like I tell you, the magical place.
Also called modules.
Modules.
So these modules, we envisage them being tens of meters in size, and we are focusing on an objective of 60 meters. So that square would scale up by a factor of 30.
This is going to be a football field in space.
That will be.
And you're talking
always football field, but pay attention.
about hundreds of football fields.
Of course.
But all so lightweight that they will just be
They'll
doing
just
that
fly,
dance.
yes. You hear that? They're lightweight. Look,
Being
people.
lightweight and compact reduces the fuel needed to launch into space,
What a dumb shit.
which is crucial if they're going to compete with the cost of other energy sources. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It seems very flimsy.
It's very flimsy, and if you flatten it here,
Listen.
see, it becomes even flimsy. I can fold it.
You think it's going to hold up in space?
Absolutely.
Remember, all of those things that they show you in space ain't nothing strong, people. They show you just flying solar panel and it hooked up by a little piece of wire. And it's flying thousands and thousands of miles per hour. And nothing wrong with it, people. It don't break, it don't fall apart. It exposed to the atmosphere the whole time. Like they said, the sun is always out in there. And that shit's still intact and rolling around, spinning around the ball earth. You believe it? All fake shit.
When you're talking about sending this amount of energy, I guess people would ask, is it dangerous?
Right, that's a good question, and we've been looking at it from different perspectives. The good thing is that the wavelengths, the frequencies we are using, are the so-called non-ionizing ones, which basically means that they don't create chemical change. But on top of that, this system has various levels of control and safety, so we keep the power density at maximum much lower than what you get from the sun.
Okay, so I guess it's the same thing that they say they're gonna use for wireless charging. And pay attention to this supposed sun right here that they give you. Like I tell you, all fake shit you get from the government people, you believe they're gonna explain the sun to you? Talking about this gas burning for millions and millions of years ago is still burning? It's all bullshit for the dumb masses. Like I say, the sun is some kind of reflection of some kind of, some kind of magnifying light you're getting off the dome. Which I tell you, the dome is diamond. Like I say, some kind of magnifying light you're getting from that. That's why you feel the heat. I doubt that this right here they tell you about is a big old fire burning. What a dumb shit. Move.
Daryl, tell me, what do you think this thing is?
Listen to this right here, people. They say they discover some kind of ancient civilization underwater. This guy right here, supposedly a scientist, he's the one who discovered it. Let's listen and find out what he bringing to the table. Like I say, in the end times, that's all you go see. Listen.
Well, there's lots of speculation about this discovery. We have since changed our idea. We believe that possibly may have discovered what may be an ancient civilization.
Listen.
It's roughly 290 feet under the water.
290 feet underwater. 2 9 scored in there, but pay attention.
There was, as you said, linear projectiles out of a seawall. And then when the linear projectiles were out of the seawall coming this direction with a strong current, and we couldn't figure out how a linear projectile could be sticking out that long when you have a current that goes about 8 to 10 knots constant. If it was a natural growth, then it would have bent or broke. And we did a further investigation, the group that I work with.
Where it's at, man? You're showing us a man swimming. Where is the discovery? Where it's at? Okay, let's look.
Further investigation. And up on the plateau of that seawall, there seemed to have been what appeared to be foundations to buildings, roads.
Foundations to building and roads? What kind of dumb shit is that, people? Did he say 290 feet down? You have foundation and road and everything under the water? Let's watch.
But ancient. Really old. There was formations there because Mother Nature doesn't do right.
How the fuck you know if it's old or it's new type of building material and you're underwater? How can you tell? Wow.
So we're foundations to buildings, roads, but ancient. ancient, really old. There was formations there because Mother Nature doesn't do right angles. Wow. So we're still investigating this.
Mm-hmm. Is there a way to and forgive me, I don't know much about this stuff. Maybe this is a dumb question, but is there a way to cut into it to see what it's made of to make sure it's not coral or something like that?
Listen.
I think the guys there did a little bit of that, and they weren't able to assess exactly what the material was made of.
What a dumb shit, people. They find something, they're cutting it and everything. They still can't find out what material it made from, but they know it's Asian. Listen.
But our best guesstimate is that it's probably more an ancient civilization. This is 290 feet under the water. Given that and how much the water's risen in that amount of time, this would take it back to 16 to 20,000 years ago.
Of course, they know 100% how long the supposed place been there. And remember, they tell you that Atlantis, remember the Atlantis, they tell you it's underwater. So maybe this is what they claim they found, because some UK scientists did come and say they find it. So they saw the supposed Atlantis, the lost city. What a dumb shit for the masses. Like I say, something come from Disney, TV again. Control your damn mind. Pay attention.
If there was a civilization, that would be the time frame in which this would have existed above sea level. There was a little bit of confusion. There was a lot of people that were speculating, maybe they found a UFO, or a USO. And
UFO or USO. Like I say, people, the whole wide world is a stage. All fuck would they give you?
There was a lot of speculation about that, but you know how things get taken out of context. I've tried to explain to most people who ask me the question, we're not necessarily believing that it's a USO or an unidentified flying object that sank.
Unidentified flying object in the water that sink? Wow.
Water.
What a dumb shit.
We're more apt to believe that there may be an ancient civilization.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, Daryl, if you guys figure it out, will you come back on and let us know exactly what it is? Because it's...
Why you didn't wait until you figure it out before you come on? Like I said, that's all they're giving you nowadays. All speculation. They're coming out making allegations without no proof. Supposedly, like I said, this is all hoax. What they're gonna tell you they find the Atlantis, fake on.
A massive manhunt tonight for...
Listen, this is finally... We go talk about the supposed manhunt with an escaped convict. Just let's watch right here what America do to the people daily with these fake shit. Listen.
Suspected killer, he escaped prison in the Northeast in part by using tied-up bed sheets.
Bam. You hear that? People use tied-up bed sheet, the same dumb shit they show you in movies. It's fake shit. I'm going to ask you a question, people. How much bed sheet you think they give you in the jail? How much bed sheet you have? Huh? You better wake your dumb ass up in a cell block in prison. You get one sheet. So I'm going to ask you, say for instance you have 2 sheets. You believe you can tie 2 sheets together to make a rope? It's the dumbest thing in the world predicted by TV and you buy it. It's just TV. They show you those things in, people. First of all, you can't kill yourself in jail like they tell you. Hang yourself with bed sheets. There's no way that high for you to jump off and break your neck in the prison. It's the same shit I tell you. They can't escape prison with tie-up bed sheet. It's just a movie bullshit they give you. So pay attention here.
This man, Michael Charles Burrow.
And don't worry about it. I do believe that these are AI-generated photos. 100% in.
Broke free from the Warren County prison this week. Police are considering him to be very dangerous tonight.
Of course
the prison is in northern
Nobody
Pennsylvania.
escape unless they're dangerous.
Near the Allegheny National Forest. Federal, state, and local agencies all involved in the search tonight. Authorities are warning he is a survivalist.
Bam. And of course, people, like I tell you, if this is real, I eat all my clothes, man. I know them. I know they put these fake stories. He's a survivalist. Meaning that he can survive out there more than the regular person. So he don't need much to survive. He's a survivalist. How did they know about this guy right here as a survivalist? Like I tell you, it's fake shit. And everybody who escaped from prison is a survivalist and also harm and dangerous.
And the public should stay vigilant. News Nation's Emily Finn is tracking where this manhunt stands tonight. Emily?
Natasha, that's right. This is very much an active manhunt that's been going on for days now. Take a look over here at some of his mugshots. You can see some distinguishing features that he has with those tattoos.
That's a mugshot. I already don't tell you people, it's fake shit.
Burham was being held on arson and homicide charges, and he's a suspect in a carjacking.
So hold on, people. Go back. Go back. I'm going to show you that it's fake. Listen.
Tattoos. Burham was being held on arson and homicide charges.
So they hold him for arson and homicide. Homicide is murder. So you hold him for that. And what happened?
And he's a suspect in a carjacking.
And he's a suspect in a carjacking again? And you still let him escape?
Kidnapping investigation as well. Wow. Police say in order to break out of prison, he used techniques that you would usually see in a movie.
Bam. The reason why they mention that is because it is a movie, people. It is a 100% fake shit made up by Hollywood. The same people give you the news. That's Hollywood. That's them same one, people. The news is 100% fake. So yes, he escaped movie style with some bed sheets. It's the dumbest shit in the world. How did he get out? You tie bed sheets to get out? Or you tie it to lower you down to the ground? Dumb on.
Our message is that the public needs to be very, very cautious and very, very careful.
Warren County prison officials say Michael Burham escaped from custody this week when he climbed on top of exercise equipment.
He climbed on top of exercise equipment, but how did you get out the jail? And why you have him in an exercise room? He just charged for these crime and suspect for some other crime. Why would he working out his bullshit?
And used tied up bed sheets to descend from the building's...
That still don't tell you how did he get out of the building. How did he get out the building, first of all, to even use bed sheet to climb down? Down from where? It's bullshit. Wake your ass up. What kind of prison they telling you about? Are you dumb?
Now federal, state, and local agencies are all teaming up to expand their search for the suspected killer. The prison is located in northern Pennsylvania, about 18 miles from Jamestown, New York.
Yes, 18 coding for number 9.
It is just outside of Allegheny National Forest. Police say Burham has survivalist skills and is very dangerous.
How did he get surviving skills? He's just a fucking criminal in the street. How did he get surviving skill that you know about? All fake shit for the masses, so I guess he go be running around there doing all type of shit and invade the police because he's a survivor. He's a fucker.
Dangerous. He's accused of killing a 34-year-old woman in Jamestown in May. He avoided police weeks after that incident, and that turned into a multi-state manhunt.
There you go, another
He allegedly
manhunt.
kidnapped and carjacked an elderly couple in Pennsylvania and was arrested in South Carolina.
Yes, and you still let him escape, and why hide the police face? Why black out this? This is dumb right here, people. Who capture him? It's garbage. The whole thing is fake, and like I said, that person don't exist. Computer-generated faces they show you on TV.
He was brought back to Warren, Pennsylvania in late June. Now the hunt to recapture Burham is on again as authorities continue to expand the radius of their search.
Of course.
The law enforcement are pursuing all leads, and they appreciate the public's tips that are coming in. Right now...
They're just fucking with the public. There ain't no damn tips. Did you see him, people? It's all fake shit like I don't tell you to occupy your mind while they destroy you in the end times. That's what they do. Yes, another Mag Bam podcast, man. Appreciate everybody for taking it in. We on the run. Bam.